Welcome to Mount Pleasant Live. I'm Mike Heaton. I'm your host on this beautiful July day. Nick Steffens is here with me in the studio here at Traction Steam in downtown Mount Pleasant. It's good to see you, Nick. How you doing?
It's been a while because is this the first time in July that we're seeing each other? No, we saw each other on Thursday.
Last week. Yeah, we were on.
No. Yeah,
I don't know.
Mixed up.
Everybody's on vacation. Everybody's doing the holidays. We had the 4th of July last week. Yeah, we saw each other on Thursday.
Yeah, I was mixed up with Ray and host. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So we're been all over the place, but that's fun. It's fun, and we're glad to have all our viewers with us today. I think a lot of people we've seen are tuning in from while they're on vacation, which is sort of cool. We're hearing from people in like Lake of the Ozarks. Some people are going out to Colorado
because there was like watching from Key West.
I know. It's like, oh, come on. Yeah. Thank you for letting us know. Although we're feeling like Key West today, it's humid outside. What is our weather today is a high of 89.
Not happy about it.
That's a little warm.
I was already sweating loading up.
Yeah.
Bringing in the equipment this morning.
Yeah, you just sort of feel it. Yeah. And we're back here in the back of the office too, and the air is good, but it doesn't quite have the same circulation as the rest of the building. So if you see me sweating with our awesome HD cameras, that's why right there. It's good to have everybody here. It's actually going to be a great day today. It's going to be a fun week. We got all kinds of events coming up, and our show today is really, really cool. Nick and I have been pondering all these concepts on the days that we don't have guests. What can we be talking about to really engage people? And one of the ones that came up we think is going to be really neat is Yelp reviews of Mount Pleasant businesses. We started going through them a little bit and seeing like what people think of our restaurants, our stores, things like that. And so we're going to dive in a little bit later on the show and sort of question each other, see if we can guess. We're going to read some Yelp reviews to each other and see if we can guess what business they're actually reviewing. That'll be really, really fun. But before then, let's talk about some of the really cool events we have coming up here this week. Tonight's the last one, I think, isn't it? The community band concert?
I believe it's the last one.
Yeah, so tonight is 6 p.m. to 6:55 on the dot, evidently. Adam Krager gets his music right on time.
Not 7, 6:55.
Not 6:55, 6 to 6:55. The Mount Pleasant Community Band will present their final concert of the season. That's really a bummer, but it's going to be awesome. So you should show up. It's tonight, and it says at the Henry County Fair.
Today's Tuesday the 11th.
Oh, that's right. Today is Tuesday the 11th. I keep getting my dates wrong. You're right. So this is Thursday coming up.
Yeah.
At the Henry County Fair. So it's not tonight. It's Thursday. July 13th at the Henry County Fair from 6 to 6:55. I bet you that's why it's so specific on the time. Aaron runs that thing well. I don't know who's in charge of that particular event schedule, but I know that the Henry County Extension does a really good job making sure everything flows nicely. So that will begin at 6. It will precede the Bill Riley Talent Show at the east end of the Wright Family Pavilion in McMillan Park, right there at Old Threshers, the whole area there. Again, that is Thursday, July 13th at 6 p.m. to 6:55. It's going to be really fun.
Yeah, and also, kind of mentioned this. It's the Henry County Fair. It's this week.
So. Oh yeah, that's sort of a
There's
big
a
deal.
whole bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah, if you can't find something to do this week, that's on you at this point, because Mount Pleasant's going to be rocking. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's so much stuff going on at the fair. We talked about it a little bit last Thursday, actually. Check out their website. Just type in Henry County Fair, I think. Is it henrycountyfair.org?
Probably. I think so.
I'm going to look at that up, actually, because I think it's important for our viewers to know, because they have a schedule, a whole calendar of events. henrycountyiowafair.com. So make sure you got that right. henrycountyiowafair.com, July 12th through 17th, right now, this week, starting tomorrow, basically, right? And it is one of the oldest fairs in Iowa, and it's incredible.
Yes.
It's absolutely incredible. It's just nonstop events. There's like I said, it's a talent show. The animals arrive starting on Wednesday, and there's all kinds of stuff with the animals and all the judging that goes on, the showing that these kids spend so much time and heart getting ready to go. Everything from rabbits to poultry to beef, the whole 9 yards.
And food.
And tons of food. It's going to be awesome. So get out to the Henry County Fair later this week as well. But we're not going to go through the whole schedule.
Yeah.
Go online and check that out, henrycountyiowafair.com. And as we said earlier, on Thursday night, Community Band will be there for their final concert of the year. We also, on Friday night, downtown, so this is another fun thing going on. You can go to the fair and go to this, is Cruise Night. For those of you who always drive by and never stop by, you see all those awesome cars. It's all blocked off in the evenings there. Go take a look. There's so many good stories behind these vehicles. Either whether or not they're remade or there's some ancestors that they found in a garage and redid. Do you have any old cars?
I used to have an old car that was just
just an old junker
just
in
an
general.
old junker.
Yeah, fair enough. And I say old, we're talking classic cars.
Classic
right?
cars, yeah.
And it's so much fun just going down memory lane and talking to people about those vehicles and just
and they
walk around.
love to tell those stories.
Oh yeah, and it's part of our history, in our region as well. In addition to just being a fun night and just learning about automobiles. And what I like about it too is a lot of our businesses are open as well downtown during that time. So stop on in, go to Excedra, go grab a pizza or a taco, go down to the antique mall if they're open. Just like make your way to our businesses while you're checking out awesome cars. It's a fun family friendly night. That's 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. All evening downtown Mount Pleasant on the square. Cruise night, Mount Pleasant. There's also a really cool documentary being shown at First Presbyterian Church. It's called Trigger, the Ripple Effect of Gun Violence. And that's on July 17th. It's 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. It says, join us on Monday, July 17th, as we continue our Matthew 25 summer film series. We'll be watching the documentary Trigger with a discussion to follow. The Trigger documentary frames gun violence as a disaster and public health issue. It examines how one shooting impacts individuals, families, and communities, and gives voice to the questions and insights that arise. In the documentary, all those scarred by gun violence arrived at the question, why did this happen to us? After looking at the in-depth experience of gun violence, Trigger turns its attention to the bigger question, what can we do to prevent gun violence? Now, this could be a political issue. I think a lot of people take it as that because it gets made that way. We don't talk politics much on this show.
Yep.
But what I will say is I have a lot of friends who have guns. I grew up around it. I think they'll all tell you, at least all the ones I know, they're very responsible gun owners, and they will all tell you that you can't have a discussion about gun violence without acknowledging there is gun violence.
Yeah.
And they're all about gun safety, proper training, all that kind of stuff as a starting point of the conversation. This will be good for people who want to go check it out. It'll be good just to see other sides of the conversation.
Yep.
And learn more about the issue. So that'll be really interesting.
It will be.
Good for First Pres, putting that on and making that a public conversation. We also have, what else we got going on today?
Today?
We're going to do our Yelp reviews here in a second. But is there...
it's Taco Tuesday.
It is Taco Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's always Taco Tuesdays on Tuesdays. I love my tacos. Taco Tuesday. It's also Torta Tuesday over at Trace Tacos.
I need to get the torta. I haven't gotten it yet. Maybe today.
Try it out.
Maybe for lunch I'll get the torta.
It's so good. And there's tortas at a couple of the taco places around town.
I love the Little Mexica's tortas.
Yeah.
Mm.
So good. So good. When we come back from our break, we are going to go into our Yelp reviews of our businesses. Speaking of tortas downtown, right? And it's going to be fun. We're going to dive in, and we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Protection is important, especially when you're talking about your dreams, which is why we're going to keep you covered with plans that can save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. That's protection.
Bring the kids and share the memories from steam engines, antique cars and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and horses. Maybe your memories are of great food from the North Village to the Log Village, or learning how to square dance over at the Dance Barn. This is the place where memories are made. Make plans now to enjoy the history of the past at the 2023 Midwest Old Threshers Reunion, August 31st through September 4th in Mount Pleasant. Visit oldthreshers.com for more details.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tony Starr and Mike Welcher in Mount Pleasant today.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant Live here in Mount Pleasant, Iowa, downtown, here in the studio with Nick Steffens. We are going to talk Yelp reviews.
We are.
This is fun. And the thing I love about Mount Pleasant, there's a lot of good reviews. And so we're going to read some reviews. We're not going to mention the name of the business. And we're going to see if the other one can guess what it is. Just based, and if you're following along at home, you probably know too. If you can guess it, type it in the in the comment section if you want, or if you listen later, that's fine too. But see if you can figure out who.
I'm pretty confident in my abilities.
Well,
not to get too confident.
No, I think that's you're a food connoisseur. Like, you do like to bounce around different restaurants, right?
I do,
yeah.
and I take it very seriously.
You should. That's awesome. All right, do you want to go first, or would you like me to go first? Sir?
Do you have one pulled up?
I always do. Yeah.
Okay, hit me.
Okay. Oops, I just clicked the button. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. This has become one of my favorite restaurants. Quick, good service, very reasonable prices, and great food. Nice size helpings. Restaurant is very clean and inviting. I was once told that if you want to know about a blank restaurant in Southeast Iowa, look at the tables and the fish tank. If both are clean and impressive, then it is a good spot to eat. So that's your hint. The fish.
The fish. So it has to be May's China Palace.
You
right?
got it.
Okay. I was like, I had no idea until you said the fish.
I know. I was trying to get a hard one there for you. And it says like my favorite Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
So that would have given it away. So I sort of I skipped over that word, right? Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good one, especially with the fish tank. I love their fish tank. It's fun.
Okay. Okay. This one's gonna be. I'm not gonna be as mean to you and and hide the China part.
Till the end. Okay, fair.
But so the chips were made fresh, served warm. The salsa had great flavor, not spicy at all. The beans are all caps amazing, very flavorful, and more like a soup.
Oh, that's
I would have been
easy.
happy with beans as my meal. Owners are very nice and will definitely come back. This is from Stacy L. in Carmel, Indiana.
Oh, nice. No, I didn't mention who mine was. So of course, if you're going to talk about the beans, which is more like a soup, that is Sammy's mother's recipe or grandmother's. It's a family recipe that's been handed down. And that is Trace Tacos Moss in downtown Mount Pleasant, Iowa, where they make a killer torta.
They do. I should have left out the part about the beans being more like a soup. I should have said the beans are amazing.
They wouldn't have mattered. And the second you said fresh chips too, although actually I know there's 2 restaurants in town I know guaranteed make fresh chips, but there might be 3 too. I'm not sure, but they're all delicious for sure. Okay, I'm going to see if I can throw you for a curveball. Okay.
All right.
You ready? Okay. It is. I keep on clicking it and it just so disappears. It's refreshing to have some good pizza. This is from someone from Iowa City.
Okay.
Posted this. Refreshing to actually have some good pizza. The garlic breadsticks are a must. Oh, geez, that was super quick. They've remodeled recently. I had a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, no, garlic breadsticks is
their thing.
Paul Revere's.
They're incredible.
So back when one of my older sisters was in high school, whoever worked at Paul Revere's at that time had a crush on my sister.
Oh, sure.
And so she would order the garlic breadsticks because he would just coat them in butter and Parmesan cheese.
Oh, yeah.
And so then I'd get back from school and she would have a big thing and let me have a few.
Okay, that's awesome.
But Jade and I we get a pineapple and pepperoni pizza and a side of the garlic breadsticks.
I love how there's so many high school stories about pizza places.
Yeah.
Like I had friends that worked at Paul Revere's growing up, right? And I also had a lot of friends that worked at Bread Dough.
Yeah.
A lot of friends. I was just talking to Micah Peck the other day, who moved back recently. He's the band director up in at Waco, and his wife teaches music at the elementary school level. And Monique Peck. So they're back in town last year. Kids go to high school, and we're just going through some old stories from growing up. And people were trying to figure out how they knew Micah because we were at an event, and they're like, "Oh, you probably just ordered pizza at Paul Revere's." Everybody knew Micah at Paul Revere's, and like we all have these stories that connect us through pizza, which I think is appropriate in Mount Pleasant. We have a lot of good pizza places. We have the Pizza Wars every year. Main Street Mount Pleasant.
There's a Pizza War?
On. You've never been to the Pizza Wars?
I've never even heard of the Pizza Wars.
Oh my gosh, Nick! It's like a big every year. It's huge. It's a big contest, and Bread Dough was dominated. It's not Bread Dough. Sorry, Main Street Pizza. Yeah. That's on me. I'm sorry, Roger and Dale. My bad. It's Main Street Pizza, and they were Bread Dough, and they won as Bread Dough, and they won as Main Street Pizza. Godfather's took the title a couple years ago
Underrated
as
pizza
well.
joint, I would
Yeah.
say.
Oh, it's fantastic food. Yeah, pizza. You know, we no longer have George's,
yeah.
which is a bummer because that was good. Costa's is fantastic. Casey's Pizzas always comes to play. Like there's so many good
Yeah.
pizza places in town. That's not even including Pizza Ranch.
That's true.
And Pizza Hut, which are your chain ones, which
Yeah.
are, you know, everybody likes for their own reasons, right? They all offer a little something different.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, what do you got? Give me one. Or
Okay.
did I just give you one? It's your turn.
Yeah,
to give me
it's
one?
my turn.
Okay.
Okay. I swear only Iowa has diners like this.
Ooh.
You know the kind where you walk in and you feel like you just stepped into someone's home. It's grandma's old table and chairs, family pictures on the wall, bowls and rolling pins on a baker's shelf in the corner, and oldies playing in the kitchen with someone singing along as she cooks.
Oh, you got me a little bit, but I'm gonna have. Is it Miss Case?
It is Miss Case.
Yes. Good. I was worried there for a moment. But they have that very homey feel there.
Yep.
You're absolutely right. I used to get my favorite meal there is like a breakfast casserole thing. It's like this little. I don't. If not, maybe not called a casserole, but
Yeah.
so good. And Miss Case just they bake so well there. It's just fantastic. That's awesome. Okay, I'm glad I got that right. I was a little worried because there's a lot. I was thinking Coastas
Yeah.
at first for a moment because they have sort of an old school feel, like a classic diner cafe.
Yeah.
But then you brought the rolling pins up, and that just I went straight
Yeah.
to.
It's we had a lot of, unfortunately, some of them have gone away.
Right.
But Southeast Iowa is a good place still for diners.
Oh my gosh,
Because even
yeah.
if you get, it's not really a diner per se, but if you go into Jefferson Street for breakfast, they kind of have that. The food they serve is kind of what you would get at a diner, and it
Yeah.
makes me feel at home.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna try to stump you.
Okay.
Okay, this one is from Tanya D in New London, Iowa. Okay. Seriously, the best blank around. I've loved every flavor I've tried, but the birthday cake is by far my favorite. Greg and company are always kind and courteous and provide a quality product. If you haven't checked them out yet, you don't know what you are missing. Love this stuff so much that I'm using them for my wedding in June, and I'm sure my guests will be very happy with it. I threw you with the birthday cake, didn't I?
The birthday cake flavored.
Oh,
Is that what you said?
yes. Yep.
In Greg and company.
Yep.
Like Greg, I know is Greg Kinney, but I don't think they're making
They're not
birthday
making
cake flavored.
They're not making birthday
concrete.
cake flavored things over there. Yep. You know the answer to this.
Birthday cake flavored. I'm trying to think things that you would make birthday cake flavored.
Yeah.
And it's Greg and company.
Greg and company.
This is gonna make me so angry.
You're gonna be really mad. It's wonderful. I'm super pumped that you don't know this one.
Greg and company. I don't even know what would like. Birthday cake flavor is like a latte birthday cake flavored.
A latte?
Like I'm trying to think things you
Could
can
be.
make birthday cake.
Yes, it could be. It could be.
Can I just count
Our fans are like, it's so and so.
I'm trying to see if anyone's.
I'm gonna read the full. Okay, here's one.
Okay.
This is a locally owned shop that specializes in gourmet blank and also distribution. This is Greg himself writing about it. We operate with over 20 different flavors.
Oh my God. It's Big River Popcorn.
You got it. Nicely done. Nicely done. I think I stumped you. That counts.
You did. You stumped me.
Now I'm worried.
The Greg stumped me.
I was trying to throw some curveballs at you.
Do you have another? I'm trying to figure out another one. Let's see.
Well, I Googled popcorn on purpose, or I typed in popcorn just because I wanted to do that one in particular because it's a good one. There's like so many pizza places.
I know. I'm trying to also a lot of these reviews are like giving it away a little too early.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, I don't know. You figured some out just because.
That's I'm trying to find the good ones.
Yeah, that makes sense. Can I throw another one at you then?
Sure.
While you're waiting?
Go ahead.
Okay, so here we go. It was our first time there, and the staff was very friendly and helpful in helping us make a decision. They had several sugar-free options for those that are watching sugar, and I'm definitely going to come back and try more. I'm going to keep going on. There's another review that says, the drive-through east to access. We got a raspberry white chocolate latte.
Oh, is it Sanity?
It is Sanity Coffee. Yep. Well
they,
done.
they do have a lot of good sugar-free options, and the drive-through is very clutch.
Oh yeah, and I think that's really what makes them stand out as a coffee shop, right? And I love that their location and both them and Scooters are right near all our industrial park areas. So people are just coming right through there, grabbing their coffee on their way to work.
Well, that's so before Jade's from St. Louis. And so her knowledge of Mount Pleasant was as she was driving home from Cedar Falls to St. Louis or vice versa. She would stop in Mount Pleasant either at the Hy-Vee to get gas or stop at what she didn't know was Sanity. It was just a coffee shop to her.
Right. Yep.
And before she moved it, like the first time she got them is when they first opened. So she got coffee in like a styrofoam cup and she was just like, feels wrong, but she was like, it was so good. And so she just like always, this like kept coming back. She was like, it was in like a big, where you get like a gas, like the big gulp stuff.
Yeah.
She's
and she's used to like Starbucks.
Exactly. She was like, it felt weird, but it was like, it was so good. And it was back when they were just that little tiny white shack. Instead of like the remodeling it, but she just always went there. That was her knowledge of Mount Pleasant before she moved here was just Sanity Coffee.
Particular coffee shop. Yep. I feel like every coffee shop we have in town has its own unique personality, right? Like even like you had Sanity, which is a great place to go and meet with somebody. It's really good location for all the people working over in the industrial park, especially coming off the highway. Scooters is your sort of classic big city chain in my mind.
Yeah.
That you just go through a really quick coffee, get some food
sugary,
with it. Sugary and fun. Yep. Downtown with Central Park, like that is like your community coffee shop. Like you go downtown and you meet with people. There's always, some kind of meeting going on in there. Main Street, people meet there regularly. Churches, I think, have meetings there. I mean, all kinds of stuff, right? And
my grandma goes there with her friends.
Yeah. Well, and Tina makes the absolute best baked goods. It's not good. Like I gained 20 pounds. I think when I moved back to Mount Pleasant.
When they used to be, two doors down.
Yeah.
And then my mom worked on the other side of this wall. Tina would come and be like, "Oh, try this."
Oh my gosh!
Sometimes I'd get a nice little sneak peek of what was to come in a nice bag, and so I kind of missed that.
Oh, for sure. And the Coffee Depot is wonderful too. It has a drive-through sort of for downtown folks. So you don't have to drive all over the edge of town, and they have that cool little community room. And they do host events over there.
The Gather.
The Gather, which is really cool. Try not to leave anybody out. Even the new one with Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know if you've been in there, but they're legit coffee shop.
I already threw it away.
Oh, did you have one earlier?
Because I get here at 6 a.m.
Oh, sure.
And so as I'm walking here, I go and I place a mobile order to pick up.
From your house. You just grab it and walk in a block from here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's great coffee shops. And that's not including our traditional coffee shops here, which is like Casey's, and other gas stations.
Yes.
Just get a black coffee and go, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, what else you got? Let's do a couple more.
I'm just gonna go with this one. I'm originally from this area, Steve A. from Port Charlotte, Florida, and whenever I'm traveling through, I like to eat here. Quality, freshness, value, and attentiveness of the staff always surprise me because it's always so good. I tried something new this time. It's one of those house specialties. Let's see, pure crispy deliciousness. Portion size was just right for me, but big eaters might want to add a side. I had a glass of iced tea with my meal, and I over-tipped a little to make it around $15 for the visit. Not bad at all for dining experience, worthy of 5 stars.
Oh, you're killing me.
I left out what they ordered.
Yeah, you didn't give me like the needed because I can think of like 5 places that
pure crispy deliciousness. That's the portion size was perfect.
Pure crispy deliciousness
with a perfect portion size.
Oh my gosh. Crispy. So they're frying something up. It's probably a tenderloin. They always eat there. $15 for your meal.
Yes, and they got an iced tea.
Iced tea.
So they got a meal that was a perfect portion size with an iced tea for $15 after tip.
Gosh, it could be a lot of things. It really could be. I'm thinking. So I hear crispy deliciousness, and I think. Oh geez. I'm not going to go Mount Hamill because that's not in Mount Pleasant, and I think we're doing Mount Pleasant businesses maybe, and because their fried chicken's unreal, right? But I'm thinking tenderloin in my head, and if I'm going to think tenderloin, and this guy's from here, he always goes here, so it's a place that's been around. So I'm going to go with the press box.
It is actually Little Mexico.
Oh, what?
I knew I was going to throw you off.
You totally got me. Oh, shoot. Okay, but they do have some crispy food.
It was the chicken flautas.
Yeah. I love Little Mexico. Anna does such a good job.
I knew the iced tea and crispy deliciousness would throw you off.
Yeah, you got me on that one. Well done. You said like margarita. You could have totally said, you got me.
Well, one of the other reviews that I was going to say, but it would give it away, was about how the margaritas are nice and strong.
See, that's what you got to go with. That's what you got to go with. Darn it. Okay. I'm going to come up with one more here for you. If you come up with one more for me as we go. Let's see if we can't find a... There's so many. There's so many good restaurants and places in town. I know what I'm going to do. We're just like quiet airtime. If you have one, throw it at me. Oh, okay.
Let's see.
I got you.
Okay, go ahead.
Ready? Okay, 1 second here. Let me pull it up. I got the right one here. Okay.
What is it? Hit me.
Oh, I'm struggling here. I'm trying to. I gave it away. The ones I had.
Oh yeah.
Too easy, and so I didn't want to throw it at you. So I'm gonna try to get you here. Okay, here we go.
Got it.
Place was clean, and food was fresh.
Okay.
Had a short wait to order food. Had the Papa Burger. Can you get it from that alone?
Is this the A&W?
Oh my gosh. You got it. I didn't think you'd be able to get that. Yeah. Because it's sort of out of the way. I always forget we have an A&W.
Oh, I love A&W.
You a big A&W
I'm pretty
fan?
sure I get the Papa Burger.
Oh,
maybe I get like the double Papa or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Okay, I got one more for you.
Okay, and I got one more for you after that. And then
Okay. We have enjoyed several meals as we split time between our home near Chicago and our family farm near Mount Pleasant.
Okay.
The decor could fit right in with our fancy and trendy Chicago spots. We have
what can fit right in?
The decor.
The decor
Could fit in with the fancy and trendy Chicago spots.
Okay.
We had sandwiches, wraps, baskets, and dinners. All are good. Yesterday on a Friday night was full with people waiting for tables. Service was prompt but not pushy. Let's see. Mount Pleasant has a gem. Let's see if there's anything else I could without giving it away. All the drinks are well made and priced on the low side. Prices for everything are very reasonable. Do you want to know what they had to eat? Or do you think you
baskets? So you're throwing me. The baskets is getting me a little bit.
Yeah, so it's trendy. It's fancy and trendy.
Yeah.
Could fit into a Chicago joint.
That'd be the Grange, most likely. In terms of like trending fun, sort of, they have sort of steampunk vibe type thing, which is pretty common in the city.
Yeah.
Is it the Grange?
It is not the Grange. Do you want another guess before?
Yeah.
Do you want to take another guess?
Yeah, I want to. Before you, I don't tell me what it is. Trendy decor, and it's food. But you said baskets.
So do you want me to tell you what they ordered?
Yeah.
I had a medium rare flat iron steak, great fries, and a Caesar salad. Even had shaved Parmesan. My wife had a bacon turkey avocado wrap, large enough for leftovers. She said later that I could use a sauce either on it for dipping. That's for her leftovers. This is a 5-star.
Have we mentioned this one already?
No.
Did we talk about it earlier?
We may have talked about it earlier.
Is it Jefferson Street?
It is Jefferson Street.
See, my mind went to Jefferson Street Grill, but I thought we had already mentioned that. I think we talked about it before the show.
Yeah, when we were doing like a test run of what this would be like.
So that's my fault. I actually was thinking either the Grange or
I knew the trendy decor.
Yeah, that's how you fooled me. I love both. Both of those places are great. One thing I like about Jefferson Street Grill is it has sort of a hometowny vibe too.
Yeah,
like some of the pictures are related to Mount Pleasant and Henry County. The Grange, however, does have that very trendy vibe. With the huge bar and the brewery and that whole kind of vibe, which is really really fun. I think we have so many good restaurants in town.
We really do.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can get you on this last one. Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. This place has grown a lot since I was a kid. There was a worn dirt path around a pond, an apple grove, and some picnic tables. I'm going to skip the next part.
Okay.
You can get a $3 bucket. Okay.
Bucket of balls?
I'm not going to say. Okay, I will. There's also a giant soccer area. Tennis courts, outdoor fitness equipment. I assume you already know.
Yeah, I'm going to go East Lake. But with the pond, I didn't know if maybe that could have been Crane's Pond.
I was trying to throw some stuff at you to see if
it's a lake.
Maybe an outdoor venue of some kind. If you didn't know, when I said bucket, I should have started with the $3 bucket thing to see if you're thinking like a bucket of beers.
Yeah,
something like that. But yeah, East Lake, it has grown. Did you go to East Lake much growing up?
Well, I've had like baseball practice out there on the softball fields and all that stuff. And I would have like flag football and little league soccer. So like when was it? Like in an apple? Like when was that all?
Yeah,
around?
I can remember those days. So,
Okay, so
yeah,
old.
So basically, East Lake, there was a road. The airport road went out to it, right?
Yeah.
That's about it. It turned gravel pretty quickly.
Okay.
To all my friends' houses down south in the county, but I lived in Linden Heights, and if you wanted to get from Linden Heights to East Lake,
It wasn't just
legally, you had to go back around down Grand Avenue, which was Highway 218 at the time.
Yeah.
And you have to go all the way around to what is now the Hy-Vee, which wasn't there. It
Yeah.
used to be the other Hy-Vee, which used to be the other Hy-Vee
Yeah.
as you make your way down Washington. But East Lake was a lake. I think there was a shelter. I think they just put baseball diamonds in.
Okay.
And that's it. So if I was in Linden Heights,
It wasn't just like over that pedestrian bridge.
there was no pedestrian bridge.
Yeah.
There was no highway. It was all cornfield. That was McAllister's.
Oh, so that highway wasn't even there?
No. 218 was Grand Avenue. back in
Oh
the
yeah,
day.
so that was okay.
Yeah. And so we would jump the fence at the end of the lane because like Arbor Court, none of that was there. It's
Yeah,
stopped.
yeah.
Linden Heights just stopped, and we jumped the fence as kids, and there was always these tractor roads, and we tried to sneak around. So McAllister didn't see us. And I don't think he cared, but
Yeah.
And then we'd either walk or bike down this little dirt path over to East Lake,
Huh.
and there was nothing there. I mean, there might have been a playground,
Yeah.
and that's it. But we just goof around East Lake and then make our way back, right?
Huh.
And then coming back now, it's like it's everything. You got disc golf, you got a driving range, you got soccer fields. Like it is
In the dog park has
Dog
been
park.
added. It's
just a great place. The Parks and Rec department's done a really good job out there with that space. We're pretty fortunate, I think, here in Mount Pleasant.
yeah. I mean, I know people that have come from outside of Mount Pleasant from a city, or whatever, and it's like East Lake is top notch to them.
And I know we're deep into summer now in terms of summer events. It's probably too late to sign up for most stuff. I think there might be swim lessons is all you have left for the year to sign up with the Parks and Rec department. But fall activities are coming up soon. So let's get Ashley from the Parks department.
That'll be good.
Bowman on, and maybe she can talk through what the cool things you can sign up your kids for here soon. So that was it. Any other ones you want to throw out before commercial?
I think I'm good. I think we need to go to break.
Okay. When we come back, I have a gripe about the national holiday. Okay. So we'll be back here right after this break.
At 5 Star Community Credit Union, we want to help you lead a better life. We offer competitive rates and convenient appointment times for all kinds of loans: auto, recreational vehicles, home equity line of credit, holiday, and personal loans. We make it easy to build your credit and enjoy the good things in life.
We invite you to join 5 Star Community Credit Union. We are community-minded and member-focused. Come visit our locations in West Burlington and Mount Pleasant or online at 5starcu.org. Federally insured through the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
At Brown Shoe Fit, we pride ourselves on traditional sit and fit service that's been serving the Mount Pleasant area since 1952. At Brown's, we have shoes for the whole family. From kids to adults, we carry the finest footwear for every occasion. Whether you're looking for something for work, casual wear, or exercise, we've got you covered. And don't forget about our selection of safety toe footwear for both men and women. Come visit us 6 days a week and experience the best in traditional sit and fit service. Brown Shoe Fit, where quality and tradition meet.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant Live. Okay. Nick.
Yes.
Nick.
Yeah.
I have a gripe.
With today's National Day?
Today is National State Fair Food Day.
And why do you have a gripe with that, Mike?
Because it's July 11th? Is today the 11th?
Today's the 11th.
It's not state fair time at all.
No.
I know there's some states that, don't get me wrong.
We checked.
Yeah, like California has July, I think, and like Montana. There's like 4
I bet California and Montana have decent ones, but it also said like Delaware.
Yeah.
I bet Delaware sucks.
But like, what is the best state fair in the country? Thank you. You hesitated a little too long on me. It's Iowa. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Minnesota likes to pretend. I was in Texas for 10 years, and their state fair is a month long, and so they make a lot bigger deal out of it.
Because it's Texas.
It's because it's Texas. That's how they roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the food is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to talk about National State Fair food, you talk about Iowa food. You talk about Texas food.
Yeah.
You know, and then granted, California is known as a foodie state, but like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's county fair time right now.
Yeah, that's
if
true.
they want to give me county fair food,
that's true.
which is delicious.
Like a funnel cake or something like that.
Oh yeah, go to your county fair. By the way, this week I think Lee County was last week, but there's other ones.
I think Lee County is next.
No, they were last week.
They were last week. I think And then Washington County might be this.
They're coming up here.
I think this week as well.
There's so many
Or
county
next week.
fairs. Just make your way around them all. But it's definitely Henry County. But it should be National County Fair Food Week.
Not state
but
fair.
we're going to celebrate our own version later on in the year, like in August during the Iowa State Fair. Get your tickets, by the way. There's a lot of good shows up there. We'll get into that when the time comes. But for now, we're going to file a protest with whoever decided to make July 11th National State Fair Food Day.
Maybe back in the day, the state fairs were different days.
Maybe. We'll give it to him. Maybe. You're doing too forget. I'm not going to hold back.
Not too.
Ray told me not to hold back on this.
Apparently, so Jade's dad is volunteers at the Iowa State Fair. Like comes up and volunteers still. Apparently, there's controversy with the cookies, with like the little like bucket of cookies or whatever.
What's the controversy?
About how
they're delicious. There's no
the original. Yeah, well, the original guy who did it. Like I believe, I don't know if he passed away or just got too old and passed the recipe down. And apparently they're not baking them as long enough. So that way they just turn to a big lump of cookies.
That's not a controversy. That's the joy of the bucket of cookies at the state fair.
He was describing it to me. He was very passionate about it.
Oh yeah. Is he for it or against the lump of
He's against
dough?
the lump.
He doesn't like the lump of dough at the bottom.
Yeah.
Have you been there recently?
I have not,
unfortunately. There's like, it's not even like you go to the cookie vendor. Like there is a barn size place there, and that's the main one.
Yeah.
And if you make your way around the state fair, there's like 3 or 4 other places they sell those cookies. They're like the only cookie provider.
Yeah.
And you get a bucket of cookies.
Yes.
It ain't no like.
Apparently the recipes change and they take. Yeah.
I think they're just going quick on it because there's so many people.
That's a big peeve I have with people in Iowa.
Yeah.
Is it some little thing will change? And they just like in their mind, it's like, oh, it's completely different. Like, like when Sturzing's changed for like a year, and everyone's like, it tastes completely different. And it's like, no, it didn't.
No comment.
They didn't taste different. Everyone just puts it in their head that things are different, and they're not.
No comment. I'll leave you to that one.
Yeah.
The Sturzings, what would that be? The Great Sturzings controversy.
Yeah.
Of 2003
they tasted
or something. Yeah.
They tasted the same.
Yeah. Okay. If you say so. How long ago was that though?
It wasn't.
Were you in high school?
I was
at that point?
I was like a junior, senior in high school.
Okay. I thought they tasted a little different. But
they tasted the same to me.
It's all good. It's all good. I'll give you that one today. We'll get Ray on here later, and he'll be our decision maker.
But every time people they learn like some part of the recipe changed.
Yeah.
And I think it gets in their head. And it's psychosemantic, and it's.
I think there's probably some truth to that.
Yeah.
With the cookies though, I think one of the beauties of it is you have a big glob at the bottom of the bucket. Like that's what makes it unique, right? In my mind. I don't know. I've only done it once, and it was like a 30-minute wait for cookies, and I was like, yeah.
My mom commented they tasted different. So
Thank you, Barb. I agree.
I am outnumbered on this one.
Yeah, I think that's the truth. I think it and then they started doing flavors too, which threw me a little bit. I'd never had Sturzings of flavors, but good for them. They do their thing.
Yeah.
As long as they're surviving, that's what matters. They're a local thing. Aren't they out of Burlington, or they were nearby, I think?
They're Burlington.
Yeah. If you want to comment on where Sturzings are made, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe Middletown or whatever.
Yeah, in that area right there.
Yeah.
All right, we got birthdays today.
We do. It's kind of a crappy day for famous people. I mean, we're getting into like C-list celebrities here.
Okay.
First up is someone from my childhood. I guess to explain the rules to our viewers, if you don't know, Mike and I, there's a guest on the screen. Mike and I are going to guess the age. For within 3 years, we get a point. If we get it right on, we get 2 points.
Okay, you said guest. I would love if we had some of these as our guests. We can get them someday. We have
maybe David Henry from Wizards of Waverly Place will come on.
Okay, that'd be good. Here's a question for you. Before we do that, can we get famous people on our show, you think? Who do we have from this area that's famous?
From this area?
Yeah. We got like Callie Wilson.
We got Callie Wilson. Singer. She was on The Voice.
Yeah.
Correct. So we have Callie Wilson. Henry Kruger played in the NFL, so we can get him.
We got Jess Settles for that matter. If you want,
we got Jess Settles,
which he's famous. He's on the Big Ten Network still.
He's on the big. That was so when I worked at SIP next door. His daughter would come and hang out there after she got out of school until.
Sure.
Like you don't realize how big basketball players are until they're handing you their credit card, and you're like, "That is a ginormous person."
They hand you their credit card,
and their hands are just massive.
Yeah, for sure. I used to work with when I was with UNICEF. Dirk Nowitzki,
oh my gosh,
the basketball player, the soon to be
Hall of Famer,
was a UNICEF ambassador, and I got to work with him. He's in Dallas, and so I got to do a bunch of different events with him. I mean, your neck hurt looking up at the guy, and he's one of the nicest guys on the planet.
Yeah.
But we also have a couple other famous folks. Like we have quite a few. Mike Leach came through here as part of the air raid offense. Who just passed
apparently
away this year.
apparently he's
Well, he just passed away.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately. So.
Yeah, sadly. Tom Vilsack, Secretary of Agriculture.
Why am I blanking on a name here?
Dana Holgerson, football coach at Houston. I think he's still at Houston.
He bounces around a lot.
Yeah. Tyler Stith, he's not famous, but he's the golf coach up at the University of Iowa.
Isn't there's like a guitar player for a band, I think, is from Mount Pleasant.
From Mount Pleasant? We'll have to ask Ray sometime.
Yeah.
He'll know that one. But we have a lot. Let's go to
Wikipedia. Famous
look it up?
People.
Like currently living is sort of the key for because we have like Bell Mansfield and we have some others.
Yeah.
But there's some in there. There's some biggies. James Van Allen was one of them. We celebrate those guys a lot.
Chris Voss is a famous FBI hostage negotiator, author of Never Split the Difference.
Nice.
I think he does like TED Talks and stuff. Tom Vilsack.
Yep.
Who's still... I'm trying to think who's still... Let's see.
Sort of living ones.
Yeah. Henry Coble.
Yep.
Dana Holgerson is head coach for the University of Houston.
Yep.
And I think that might be it, unfortunately.
Currently alive still?
Currently alive.
Yeah. And then there's Nick Steffens.
And then there's Nick Steffens. Yes. Yeah. Got recognized at Jefferson Street the other day.
Someone said, I see you from the show. I love that. Our whopping followership. We have actually pretty good listenership now at this point, which is
we do.
Some of our base is up to 13, 14 views. Some of our shows, 1,400.
Yeah, not 14 people.
Yeah, not 14. If it
was 14 people, I would not have a job.
Yeah. We have good guests that come on and share. And if you guys are listening right now and you agree with us on some of our assessments from our Yelp reviews, feel free to share.
Or if you disagree and you hate us.
Yeah, throw it out there. Look what Nick said about the whatever. And not me, just Nick.
No, just call me ugly. It's engagement.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
So who do we got for our B-list celebrities then?
David Henry is the first one from Wizards of Waverly Place.
Is that a TV show?
It was a Disney show back when I was a youngin'.
Disney show, okay. Back when you were a youngin', so I'm assuming he's your age then. I'm gonna go with 27 though. No, wait, Disney characters always play younger. I'm gonna go 32.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 30. So what's his David Henry?
Have you looked these up already? Are you?
I just got the photos. I don't know their ages. Good. He's 34, so you get a point. You're beating me.
I said 32?
You said 32 and I said 30, so you're beating me to start.
All right.
Next up, we have Alicia Cara, pop singer. She had a lot of more famous pop songs when I was in high school.
Give me an example. Sing one for me. I know
I don't sing.
Oh,
Here,
man.
Stay. I'm trying to think of the other one she does.
Can't play them because we'll lose.
Yeah, Okay. Look them up after the show.
Okay.
If you're watching from home, look it up.
Yeah, there you go. Alicia what?
Alicia Cara.
Like
I said, had her songs blow up when I was in high school.
So she was probably 25 when you were in high school then, is my guess. Or maybe 18 or 19 if it was like a... So I'm going to say she is 30. I think they share a birthday. I think she's 34.
Okay. Well, so if let's say she popped off 18, 19. How long ago? That would have been 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go 25. I'm going to go younger.
Okay. So you got
Alicia Cara is 27.
Oh,
so I've tied it up.
You got it up.
I've tied it up.
One to one.
Next up, we have Giorgio Armani. What is that photo? Gets so small. Giorgio Armani, the famous fashion designer.
It's funny, Nick. As mentioned earlier, I used to work for UNICEF and do fundraising, right?
Yeah.
Case in point, you'd work with I got to work with a gal named Jessica Nowitzki, who's Dirk Nowitzki's wife, right?
Yeah.
And that whole group is really into fashion design. They do like New York, Fashion Week and all that kind of stuff. And I am this, small town boy from Iowa. And no idea. Like you look up I thought it was Louis Vuitton. But it's Louis Vuitton, and I would say things like, "What about Louis Vuitton? Would they be a sponsor?" Or there's one called Balenciaga. It took me forever to say that correctly, and it was like this cultural dissonance I had, but I figured it out by year 3 or 4. And
that you could not get Louis Vuitton as a sponsor.
Never. No. Actually, I think we did one year. Actually,
nice.
Yeah, and Balenciaga did for sure, but I didn't get them.
Did Giorgio Armani? Did he sponsor anything?
Did not. No, he's more. Is that suits, right? Like he's men's.
He does
menswear.
Suits, menswear.
More like. Those are high-end menswear.
Yeah, high-end Italian suits.
Yeah. The super. Oh, geez. Armani's probably, I'm guessing he's 82 at this point.
Is 82 your guess?
Yeah.
I was surprised he was alive. I'm going to go 90.
Okay, fair. That's a good guess.
Giorgio Armani.
Louis Vuitton.
No, I don't want the shop. I want the man.
The age.
Oh my God, everything's just like for his.
Is he a human being?
He is a human being. He's 89.
Wait, I said 82. You said what?
I said 90.
Oh, you got one.
So at 2-1, we have one more celebrity left. What's his name? Stephen Lang.
Is this a?
This is not an unknown celebrity.
Unknown, so we know who Stephen Lang is. That sounds familiar.
He's
familiar. He's
in Tombstone, I believe. He's also in the Don't Breathe horror movie franchise. There's only 2 of them.
Okay. I
don't know if it's a franchise if you only have 2 movies.
Tombstone.
The old Western movie.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think what character he played, though.
I don't want to look it up because I don't want to see his age.
No, fair enough. Nathan Lang, you said?
Stephen Lang.
Oh, I think he's...
the white hair, the...
67.
67.
Why am I going first every time? It's okay. It's all good. Go ahead.
I was 73.
Okay, so you made a gap there for sure. You should have just said the same number so you couldn't lose.
That's true.
You know?
He's 71.
Oh, I was off by 1. You got it.
And I got it. 3-1.
I lost.
Oh, he's also
again.
an Avatar. I forgot about that.
Oh, that's right. He is. He's like the mean general.
The mean general.
Yeah,
and then I'm
a scrape on. Well, I mean, he has the Band-Aid on his picture here. So actually, because doesn't he have like scars across his face? I
think so. I'm trying to see who he plays in Tombstone. Ike Clanton.
Ike Clanton. Okay. Interesting. Good old Tombstone.
That's like every 50 to 60-year-old man's favorite movie.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah.
As a non-50 to 60-year-old man, it's not my favorite movie. It's close. It's very close, but awesome. All right. Well, hey, this has been a really fun episode. I think we got to do this more often. I think we got some great engagement online, doing those Yelp reviews, and it's a fun little segment.
One thing I'd like to mention with the Yelp reviews, I don't know if you noticed, they're all from California or they're from Arizona. They're from places, people that don't live here.
Yeah.
And they came in and said, this is a 5-star.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That really is really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
We have some great food here in Mount Pleasant, some places to go visit. So enjoy what's in your own backyard.
Yep.
I'm going to this weekend. All right. Thank you for visiting Mount Pleasant Live today. We'll see you on